So it's 2025 and we've got protein everything. Protein bars, protein shakes, protein donuts, protein Pop-Tarts, chips, popcorn, protein water, I guess. So everyone's obsessed with getting absolutely yoked, and companies have caught on, but here's the thing. A lot of the time, it's just bullshit. Take, for example, protein Cheerios. What a fantastic way to start the day. Except for the slight downside that they're A serving of protein Cheerios has 8 grams of protein, which really isn't even that much anyway. And even less impressive when you realize that regular, non-protein Cheerios have 5 grams of protein. So the protein Cheerios only have 3 more grams than the regular ones. We can't be serious right now. Or how about Kind Protein breakfast bars with 8 whole grams of protein for 220 calories. Now, I'm no nutritionographer, but in case you didn't know, that's nothing special. Because regular peanuts by themselves, without all the sugar glue, are like 170 calories for 7 grams of protein, and they don't get all the special marketing, do they? And how about regular non-protein Kind breakfast bars? I hear 3 of you asking because most of you are probably asleep with this video on autoplay. They already have 5 grams of protein, so just like the Cheerios, I hope you're happy with your little 3-gram tiddlywink boost of protein. Others, Quest bars, have protein but are like eating a doughy brick of drywall. So yeah, they've got 20 grams of protein and like 1 gram of sugar, but they also have 0 grams of happiness. And I'd still demolish an entire box of them by myself. Let's not kid ourselves here. I should note that I don't have food standards. I ate a raw corn tortilla with mayonnaise on it the other week. Not my proudest moment. But hey, looking at the glass half full, the Quest bar gives you an incredible jaw workout. How about that? I'll put you all on though. You can microwave the sadness out of one of those puppies for like 10 to 15 seconds. And you'll have yourself a little protein cake you can down with a fork all by yourself while you reflect on the fact that you're not good enough for real food. Anyway, and then there's the Great Depression level prices for some of this stuff, because this is how the companies really get you. Anything branded as a protein product is bound to suck the dollars out of your wallet, like Bill Clinton got oh my, who put that in the script? Brands realize that the word sells itself. You know, organic had a good run, gluten-free had a good run, protein is now taking the crown. Slap the label on anything and caveman brain goes, oh yes, must be healthy. But since when do 12 bags of chips that are all 3/4 air anyway cost $30? We're not sourcing this from Arnold Schwarzenegger's ass crack. What are we doing? But I'll give credit where it's due. These things have 20 grams of protein for 140 calories, which is absolutely wild for these little Dorito things that look like they've been sitting out in the sun for a week. Don't even get me started on these suckers. Are we dead selling protein water now? Sometimes I wonder what George Washington would think if he could see what his country became. And for almost 18 bucks for a 4-pack, yeah, I'm gonna guess he'd probably switch sides. Because at that point, you might as well blend up a steak and drink it. I'm sorry. I keep getting ads for this Kaizen mac and cheese, which to be fair, looks absolutely delectable.
I'm having one of those crazy busy days, so I'm doing my Kaizen mac and cheese. 25 grams of protein when it's cooked up, 10 net carbs.
Man, this is great. 25 grams of protein, 270 calories, and an 8-pack of them only costs, wait. 78 goddamn United States dollars, pinche hijo de puta.
How about you? But I always do my mac and cheese with a spoon instead of a fork.
Yeah? No, I kinda couldn't give less of a rat's ass when you're trying to cause another 2008 financial crisis, buddy. Then some high protein foods are just 30 ingredient Franken foods. Like the protein looks great, and then 3 hours later you'll be glued to your toilet bowl performing an anal symphony for your entire family to hear.
President Trump, if you see this, please save us. Biden's talking with some kind of crazy flag. This is America. This is our land.
Did I still eat 2 whole pints of Halo Top ice cream, which is like a diet ice cream in a single day on vacation? Yes, I did. Did I also proceed to almost need a change of underwear in public? You bet. But companies aren't the only ones to have dipped their grubby little fingers into the protein cookie jar, because influencers have hopped all over the trend as well.
Quick hack if you're short on your protein today. To get an extra 100 grams in, you just have to eat 4 tubs of Breyer's chocolate ice cream.
The other day I wanted to rip my eyes out when I saw somebody make tuna bread. And no, not this tuna bread. That's too normal, and it's got carbs. It's not like we need those to survive or anything. we totally do, by the way. No, my friends, they made tuna bread.
If you blend a can of tuna with 2 eggs and baking powder, pour it in a bowl and air fry, you get healthy, high-protein bread.
There is no universe where making a fish into bread is okay. This is not what our ancestors stormed the beaches of Normandy for. Yesterday, I watched Will Tennyson melt every protein bar down into one.
Wow. It tastes like a brownie, banana bread, cookie. It is so good. Texturally, incredible. this works.
I mean, I don't doubt that it tastes pretty good, but if that doesn't look like it fell out of an elephant's ass, I don't know what does. And TikTok and Instagram are full of tons of protein recipes and ideas now. Half of them just involve you taking whatever the heck and scooping cottage cheese into it, which is absolutely vile. It smells like expired toes. But if you're like me, you're wondering, what does protein even do? Because we put it up on this holy pedestal to worship it as a society.
Put in a scoop of protein. Then you're gonna wanna add about a cup of almond milk to the mix. Then you're gonna add some protein, and then I usually throw in a whole banana. Then we're gonna add some protein. Now what I like to do, just for a little bit of taste, is add some protein. Then I usually add 1/2 a protein. So we're gonna add some protein, take some ice cubes, dip them in protein, throw them in the mix, then add some protein, and then, and only then, can you add some protein and blend? Add some protein and enjoy your beverage.
Simply put, protein is what your body uses to rebuild itself after you destroy it in the gym or wherever. The baseline for healthy adults is around 0.36 grams per pound of body weight per day, which is the recommended daily amount or the minimum to not fall apart. Not the gym bro target though. If you're trying to gain muscle, a pretty popular rule is to eat around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day. So if you're 150 pounds, you might eat 150 grams of protein per day. You will also fart and shit a lot. Now, as much as I am somebody who loves to sit and complain, edit my rant down into a little 10-minute segment and throw it up on the internet without really contributing to society in a meaningful way for you guys to watch while you eat and poop or whatever, let me offer some actual solutions for you to hit your protein goals without going broke or inhaling 20 Cokes worth of sugar. I like to multiply the grams of protein by 10 to see what the calories should be about. For example, if something with 20 grams of protein has 200 calories, it's a pretty good protein source. You can either do that or just eat whatever the heck you want, like a normal human being. But over here at the Chasing Your YouTube channel, we are not normal. So with that, we have the obvious God-given solutions. Eggs are great, and canned tuna actually needs to be nerfed. 110 calories for 25 grams of protein is crazy. The only thing more crazy than that will be the protein farts you didn't know you were capable of, as your body fights an internal war of digestion.
Have you ever had a protein fart?
God gave us free will and we just so often choose to abuse it. Greek yogurt is also fantastic. It's versatile. You can mix it with fruit, make dipping sauces, or just raw dog the tub like a lunatic. But by contrast, I'm guessing a lot of you are like me and enjoy eating things that were not meant to exist on this planet. You know, the things with names you couldn't possibly pronounce for the life of you. And lucky for you, not all protein snacks are scams, because some are really yummy scams. Bear Bell's protein bars will run you like 10, 12 bucks for a box of 4, which isn't really cheap, but not bad for protein bars. More importantly though, every flavor of these suckers tastes better than a Snickers bar, I swear. It's creamy, gooey, soft inside. I'm sorry, having a little big back attack. And with 20 grams of protein and 200 calories, they nail our protein calorie ratio I mentioned earlier. They've also got 1 gram of sugar, but like literally everything else, 5 grams of sugar alcohols, which probably come from a lab somewhere in China, but do I care? No, absolutely not. Their website says their bars are sweetened with maltitol, xylitol, and sucralose, which if you're like me and kind of don't care what you put in your stomach, probably is not a problem. Also, Fairlife protein shakes. Oh my God, these things are gifts from the heavens. Is a single bottle of the 42-gram protein shake $5.39? Yeah, but hear me out. First of all, these things taste like melted ice cream, okay? Second of all, 42 grams of protein in a protein drink? That's kind of unheard of. Used to get them puppies for free with my college food plan that I no longer have, so needless to say, I'm absolutely devastated. Add the vanilla one to a cup of coffee. Whoa! You can also just buy protein coffee. And let me tell you, whey-infused, canned cold brew coffees are absolutely magical. There's just nothing else to say. So with all that being said, should you painstakingly track every single calorie and add a scoop of cottage cheese to your water? No! Unless you want to hate yourself. Because if you're trying to lose weight or gain muscle, the worst thing you can do is obsess for a little while, making every part of your life restrictive and miserable. Relapse, end up worse than you started, and start the process over again. It's terrible. Instead, set goals that are maintainable. Maybe a 300-calorie deficit instead of starving yourself. Like if you look at your dog and you wonder how much protein you're gonna get from him, you should seek a doctor immediately. And on that note, be sure to join the first 100,000 legends before time runs out. Stay tuned for my next video. I love y'all, and until next time, goodbye.